Hello, everyone. Eddie J on Crypto here. Hope you're having a good day. There's a lot going on in the news. Bitcoin. Uh, well, Asia is showing signs of Bitcoin right now of taking a small dip, but I think it's just mostly moving sideways. You know what I mean? So we have all this news. You've got um, analysts saying that even with a sluggish January, they're expecting Bitcoin to go up. JP Morgan clients are saying that Bitcoin should be trading by at 60,000 by the end of the year. Not really in line with what other people are saying that they expect Bitcoin to hit 100,000 this year, but definitely a major upswing when you think about where Bitcoin is right now, right? 42, they're expecting 60. I'm expecting them to hit close to the high again later by the end of this year. Um, I still think it's highly possible to hit that $100,000 mark. I think as countries around the world start to figure out like how they want to work with Bitcoin or just altcoins in general, or cryptocurrency in general, that's going to make a difference. Um, Something big is even Fidelity is saying that countries that get into crypto right now, that secure some Bitcoin, specifically Bitcoin right now, are going to be better off than their peers. And Fidelity is, if not the largest, one of the largest um, investment companies in the world. So that's something to pay attention to. So there's a lot of positive news. Yes, there's always negative news, but there's a lot of positive news in the space, and it just makes you wonder just when is everything just gonna go, right? So everybody's just playing the HODL game right now. Some of us are playing HODL with certain of our assets, and some of us are playing trading with other of our assets. I explained yesterday that sometimes you might want to have certain wallets that you're going to use to HODL and other wallets you're going to use to trade. Be careful on that trade piece because it's really hard to tell, you know, how things are going to move. I mean, a piece of news can move everything. So if you're trading and you're just looking at charts, that could be a major problem for you because what's going to drive things right now are going to be macro and micro events, right? So there's a micro event with crypto.com. They actually paused withdrawals for a while today. I think it still might be in that state after Bill Marcus or Billy Marcus from Dogecoin fame. He's the founder of Dogecoin. Saw some strange activity while other customers actually found that there might have been thefts. So that was reported. So they halted withdrawals. They're requiring everybody to log back in with their dual factor authentication because at that point it's on you, right? If you're not checking your information and you can see what's going on there. But even with that, I mean, they're still, I mean, let's flip over to the tape. They're still going sideways. Like not much of a hit down. Um, so that's something to think about. I mean, I mean, look at this. They're still, yeah, the 2.43% drop, but still over 7 days. They're 0.43, still up, but by 100, almost 140% over the past 90 days. Makes you think, okay, yeah, we're going sideways with this. So they've got a lot of positive steam, and the fact that they've reacted quickly to this problem says a lot as well. At least in my book, from a security perspective, it kind of says a lot. So when you're looking at crypto.com, I think they still have positive upside. I think they're going places, but like I said, you're looking at this 44.6 cents, and you're kind of going, they're going to go sideways for a little while, and then when the market picks up, they're just going to go like this. I think so. Solana, wow, a lot of NFT activity on there, and you have more products that want to do NFTs on the platform. I forgot the name of the company, but they just started an $8 million round. They just got $8 million in a round to build out an NFT platform on Solana. You also have Solana working with FTX to offer free NFTs, free NFT minting, that is. So there's still a lot of positive things, but Bank of America saying that Solana could be the Visa of the digital asset market is kind of big. Take note that they're pointing to 50 billion transactions over the past year being done on Solana, and about 165 billion transactions with Visa over the year ending September 30th. So that's actually comparable. I mean, yeah, it's less than a third, but you start to think about, wow, that's just one blockchain, right? Just one platform. And you sit there and you kind of go, wow, those are things that can actually make markets move and start making people think differently. Um, Given the NFT activity, the speed, the way Solana is looking at their blockchain is it's all about speed, ease of use, and most importantly, scalability. And it's platforms like theirs, it's technology like theirs that can start nipping at the heels of an Ethereum. And it's not just them. It's going to be other platforms like Phantom, you know, Cardano. So other platforms are starting to say, well, we're fast too, and we cost less. So you'll start to see how that works. And the one that people are kind of sleeping on, sort of, in that regard, Polygon. They're fast, they can scale, they've got technologies already underway, already in the mix that are going to, like ZK rollup, that's already going to take them to even more scalability. So you start to think about, how Ethereum lasts. Like, yes, there's going to be the second version coming out this year, but after they implement that, they still have to input a scaling solution, which Polygon is already off to the races doing. So that makes you stop and go, could there be a deal between the two? That's something to think about. Uh, Looking at something I just heard of, on the side, and I'll put this in the notes below. Um, Pavia. Now this is interesting. Pavia is building out their metaverse in a very different way. One of the things that they want to do is they've bought a plot of land in Decentraland, and they're hoping to use that plot of land as a portal over to Pavia. So imagine being able to go from Decentraland, and George over at Cryptos RS was talking about this, and I had a conversation with a few of my friends, and I was just like, this is what I'm talking about. You could have various metaverses that are connected via portals where you can share, or not share, but, well, basically share. Take your avatar and go from portal to portal. Go from metaverse to metaverse. That If that was to work, that's a game changer, right? I don't know if you're familiar with this movie, Ready Player One. Not the greatest of movies, but some of the concepts in there were really cool. You come to this central hub, and as you walk around that central hub, there are different portals to different metaverses. So you stop and you think about that, and you kind of go, "Wow, that's pretty freaking interesting." Um, Looking at that, I think that the coins that we have on the docket right now are going to do well. As much as I like Solana, at 140,000, at $140, it's a little steep for me. I- I'm not rich, so for me, that's a little steep. Do I believe that it's going to go up? Absolutely. But again, just like I was saying yesterday, I think that uptick is going to be a percentage gain for me versus if I got involved in Phantom, which is at $2.90. If I get involved in Phantom now at $2.90, I'm going up. But I also noticed in the past 3 minutes when I was looking at Phantom went from 292 to $2.90. Does that mean it could go down some more, maybe hit 285, and that's when I get in? Highly possible. Something else that I want to get into, VeChain. Just slide on over here and look, see how well it's doing. You're looking at almost 175% growth over the past year. And you sit there and you kind of go, I know they have things going on. And when you look at that kind of move, you're thinking, they've got a market cap of 5 billion. So they're a big boy, right? I mean, not the biggest of boys, but they're a big boy. They've made it past that 1 billion mark, then that 2 billion mark, which is really hard to get to after you've passed a billion, you know, and then beyond that, okay, you're good. You're considered, something substantial within the space. So they're at 5 billion, not bad, but when I start to think about what you can do with this particular coin and where they're going and the things that they have going on there, you know, the world's leading blockchain platform offered by blockchain as a service, something interesting, to, different enterprises for products and information. So they're going to be moving information. And I can believe that looking at something like this, I'm also looking at pairing that purchase with something like the largest oracle in the world, which is Chainlink. So I start to, literally chain link. So that's something I look at. So if I'm going to be looking at things, I'm looking at things that can give me a multiple in that rise and not just, a little bit of money. But you're seeing a downtick all over the place. Sandbox, the sandbox down over 7.5%. Engine down 8%. I mean, look at these downs. UFO gaming, who I do believe in, but look at this. Over the past 30 days, they've lost over 50%. Yeesh, that's not pretty. You're hoping that they come back because they've got things going on. And I seriously still think, and this is my own opinion, but I really think you have a lot of projects out there that have a lot of positive news, but they're holding that news back until there's a better point in the market. And it sounds crazy because you're like, well, wouldn't they release the news, when the market is like this, because maybe that'll help bring up the market? They're not worried about the market. They're worried about their project and how much they can help their project grow. So it's similar to, when I consult, various companies that are out there, they will wait. Some publicly traded companies or companies that just need the positive press will wait for a better climate before they release that positive news so they can take maximum advantage over that positive bump, right? So this is what we're looking at. Something else that I would look at right here, I think this is an opportunity for me that I'm gonna have to look at them again, which is Loopring. I mean, right now they're down over the past 30 days, they're down over 40%. That could be a buying opportunity, being that they're at $1.23 and their all-time high was $3.80. So do I think that they can get back to $3.80? I think so. It's just, how long do I think that's going to take, right? But at $3.80, I'm looking at 3 times my earning potential, as opposed to when I look at Solana, that's at $140. Do I think it's going to go up to 400 and change? Yeesh, 420? Yeesh, I don't think so. I mean, maybe it'll get there over time, over the years, but it's not going to get there in this year, which is what I'm thinking about Loopring. So a couple of these, I think they're gonna go sideways for a little while and then they'll take off. I'm looking at Cadena, which is something else that I think, yeah, it's kind of dipping right now, but given how everything is moving, 25% move, not so bad. I mean, it's not great. Don't get me wrong. That's not a great move. But when you look at the rest of the year and look at those numbers, it's kind of like, that's not a lot. So you could get in, I can get in on that for $8.39 and then see how it goes. But again, look at their market cap, 1 billion. And remember what I just said, it's hard enough getting to 1 billion, but making that leap from 1 billion to above 2 million is another monster to make. But they've proven that there's some force behind them, there's support, there's a growing community, there's utility to what they're doing. I think they might be able to make that leap beyond 2 billion. It's just a timing game. But when you look at that number, $8.37, let me tell you, that to me is not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all, considering how much they've grown. So let's go take a look at our portfolio. All right, so I'm using this portfolio as kind of, my little thing to pay attention to what's going on and kind of, just playing with fake money, right? That's all I'm doing. But I'm keeping the numbers within a budget that would kind of fit me, right? Not necessarily everybody else, but it's kind of a budget that would fit me. What kind of moves would I make? So one of the moves that we made, or that I made for this, I keep saying we because it's for my kids, they don't want to sit down and listen to daddy yap about this, but they might be willing to sit down and listen to a video. So if you're a parent and you've got knowledge that you want to share with your kids, just a little PSA, sit down and do a quick video, and share it with your kids, and they'll watch it whenever they feel like watching it, instead of, hey, let's sit down, and they'll watch it when they feel like watching it, and that might make it actually more appreciated. Anyway, I put in that, VeChain today, got a thousand VeChain coin for $75 because I think it's a good time to get in. You could tell I'm taking a little bit of a hit. Actually, it might have gone up. It says, I'm up 0.22%. What is that Phantom at right now? $2.93. There you go. Now a little while ago it was at 2.90, right? So something to ponder. But yeah, I added those two. We're not doing so well all over the place. Like Saitama, we're taking a 26% hit. Still not mad about it. Actually, let me just make sure we have all the transactions on one screen. Not happy about it, but I'm not all that mad about it for this particular portfolio. Looking at Cardano, I mean, we're doing all right. Up 34.28%. Hey, who knew? I knew. I kept telling people, pay attention to Cardano. I think 2022 is going to be their year. They're going to start, because Cardano had just been la 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 la, just kind of sitting there. No noise, no nothing, just sitting there. And a lot of people lost faith. But I was like, I think Cardano is going to do something. Even with the pop that Cardano has right now, right? You look at Cardano, let's go there. Their pop, wow, look at that. They're up to $1.61 right now. But even with that pop, I'm kind of sitting there, I'm kind of going, they have some way to go. I mean, look at this. Their all-time high is $3.09. Say what? So they've got a lot of runway before they hit that high. Do I think they can hit that high this year? Absolutely. Why? Because there are more platforms being built on that blockchain now. They also have Sunday Swap that's coming out in a couple of days. Actually, when is it? Tomorrow? No, not tomorrow. Today is the 17th. Coming out in 3 days. So in 3 days, they're going to have Sunday Swap, which is going to bring TVL over. The NFTs that they already have, they're also bringing TVL over. So total value locked. So when you start to think about that, they've got more coming. So I think that's going to take them well beyond, because truthfully, I was talking to one of my friends, Elliot, and I said, I really think Cardano is going to hit $5 this year. That's really what my feeling is. I have nothing to back that up other than I think they're a sleeping giant. They're fast, they can scale, and they didn't have the total value lock that other coins have. So now with this total value locked, that's about to come, you sit there and you kind of go, that's actually a lot. That's a lot. So I think they're going to get a bump out of that and hit $5 by the end of the year. Just how I'm looking at my portfolio and what I think they're going to do. So do I want more Cardano? Yeah, I really do want more Cardano. But I can't buy everything all the time because I'm not rich. So I've got to look at what I want to do. So I definitely, for my own personal portfolio, I am adding VeChain. My personal portfolio, I am adding VeChain. I am adding, Phantom, just because I think those are going places. I keep bouncing back and forth between. The only reason I'm getting Phantom is because I think they have upward potential as well. But I'm kind of like, Cardano's hot right now. Now's not the time to buy them, in my humble opinion. So I'm going to get in on Phantom while they're still about to explode, in my opinion, but not exploding yet. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just looking at this portfolio. I'm just going to sit pretty with Gala. I'm not going to put any more money into it. I'm not going to take it away. Looking at Matic, I have, the strike price for us right here is $2.12, but Matic is not at $2.12. They're at $2.19. Just when is it? Yesterday, it was up at $2.37 or something like that. So I could have shaved off some profit, watched it drop, and bought back in, excuse me, for a serious profit. So that would have been better. I just didn't do it. Again, it's not something necessarily that I want to trade, because imagine we're building into the tool. I know I keep talking about this tool, but we're building into the tool, different triggers and different notifications that can help you identify opportunities based, for your portfolio. And so one of the things that I was looking at is just, just the swings. I just want to know about the swings. Now you can get that kind of notification anywhere, but I'm looking for specific swings, right? I'm looking for maybe volume versus price change. I'm looking for the spread between, their high and where they are now. So I want to know if they're within X percentage of their high, within reaching distance of their high. I want to know if they're, within this kind of distance of their low. So different things that other sites come close to. I kind of want to have a personal tool, which is why I'm building it out in Excel. I want a personal tool that's going to tell me, where I am with my purchase, for what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. So that's where we are on a personal, level. On a business level, I had a meeting with my team, casual meeting today. We just wanted to get together, chew the fat. And we started thinking about, well, what do we want to do with our web hosting platform, Rebel Reach? And I said, we've got to integrate crypto. That's done. We're definitely doing that. There are two things we want to integrate. That's Square and crypto. With regard to crypto, something else that we're doing is we're going to actually integrate unstoppable domains. Because so that way, I mean, we can do it right now. These are things that we can manually do right now. But what we want to do is we want to make it so that when you come to our site and you want our website hosted, you can just hop on, get your domain, get your unstoppable domain, set up your e-commerce shop, and boom, you're ready to accept money, regular fiat, as well as cryptocurrencies. Like right now, if you wanted to pay Rebel Reach, you could pay rebelreach.crypto and send us any one of 7 coins. Ethereum, Bitcoin, Algorand, Ripple. Just you can send us any number of those coins. SHIB is something that we accept. News on SHIB. News on SHIB. Check this out. SHIB. Let's go back over to coins. SHIB isn't going anywhere. It's not doing anything. I noticed that it drops higher. It drops more than Doge, and Doge rises faster. But I want you to pay attention to this. Look at Doge, 16 cents. After that news with Tesla, went up a little bit, and then what happened? Went right back down. So, I think it's going to have a hard time, proving that it has, a true use. In my opinion, it has a true use. I'm still big on SHIB. I still think that SHIB is going to do something. And, I think they're going to hold their own and they'll wind up getting somewhere. I think it's going to take a little bit of time. But at this early stage, I'm willing to take the chance. It's not a ton of money that we put in, that me and my family put in, but we can ride it out. We're not gonna go screaming and yelling. I think the big ones that we're looking at are crypto.com for major gains. For the portfolio that we have right now, crypto.com is a major gainer for us. Matic is going to be a major gainer for us. We think sooner or later SHIB, yes. Possible that Algorand is something else that can be a big winner for us, because see, Algorand is I forgot which country they're working with. Is it Uruguay or Paraguay? One of the two. They're working with a country to introduce crypto. That's a big deal. Noticed yesterday, I think I dropped it yesterday. You'll have to go look at the video, but I said they're working with another company to help them. I think it was Meta. So that's something to think about. So there's news that could not Meta. PayPal. Sorry, it's PayPal that they're working with to create PayPal coin. And I said that yesterday. Got a little bit deeper into it, but pay attention to yesterday's videos. So sometimes people say, well, the videos that you made in the past are in the past. Remember, we're not here necessarily talking about just daily events. We're talking about my perspective on what to buy, how to buy, when to buy, why to buy. Right. So what my perspective is as I manage my portfolios going forward, and what I want to teach my kids, anything that's connective tissue, right? Anything that's going to help businesses connect, move information more efficiently, move money more efficiently, connect worlds, connect metaverse. That's what I'm looking for. So I'm looking for those kinds of things. I'm not going to see that looking at just, my favorite coins. I'm going to have to see that by doing something like this, where I'm looking at all of these coins, but then I'm looking, let's say, at, the 24-hour. Great. What moved? What moved? What's your market cap? Am I going to pay attention to these guys? No. No recordable market cap. I'm not going to pay attention to them. Somebody that's in, the hundreds of thousands, I'm not going to pay attention to you either. I'm going to wait until I'm getting into hundreds of millions before I start paying attention to you. Unless I start hearing chatter where one of these guys is working on something where the technology is just that good. right? Just what they're working on. There's such interest and there's such, mojo behind them. That's when I'd pay attention to it. Am I going to pay attention to a name that's being driven by, a venture capital firm? I'll look at it, but I'm going to be a little bit touchy about it, right? Because you're no longer decentralized. You're backed by a venture capital firm, and they're going to drive their decisions possibly based on, you know, the market in general or the stock market, and that's not necessarily what I'm looking at. I'm looking at pure plays that, have something interesting going on, but you just dip down. Like if I go down here, what am I seeing? Okay, this one's got 100 million, $100 million into, I mean, not $100 million. This one's got $4 million. So I'm just going to keep going until I see, well, who's got good stuff, you know, with a market cap that's big enough for me to pay attention to. Um, a market cap like this, 10 million, am I going to pay attention to that? Probably not. Algo Vest. I don't even know what that is, but it doesn't mean I'm going to write them off. They're ranked 1,117, right? Out of 8,000, I think, coins that are being tracked by Live Coin Watch. This is one of my favorite tools. But I'm going to pay attention to that. I'm gonna take a peek. I'm gonna see what they're doing, see where they're traded. They're not traded anywhere that I would count on. So I'm gonna write them off, right? I'm gonna wait until I actually see something. I don't see anything that they're doing that's special to me. But this is a part of the research that I do, going backwards, going forwards. But my point is that I need something that's gonna tell me, just different pieces of information cut in different ways that make sense to me that I can use to make a sensible decision. So as you're looking at crypto coin, pay attention to the news sites. You need that, like I said yesterday, you need to have the list of sites that you go to that are going to give you news that you feel you can depend upon. I've got my list. I'm probably going to share that in the tool as well. Not even probably. We will be sharing that in the tool as well. We should have the tool completed by mid-February. Right. We want to just make sure that, I mean, we've got business stuff that we have to do, but I want to make sure that the tool is ready to rock and roll by mid-February, because doing it manually is kind of killing me. So I've given a couple of extra credit assignments to a couple of my team members to bang it out for me. So we'll see what they can do, but we're eyeballing mid-February to have it done, and then that'll be ready to share. I mean, the spreadsheet is kind of ready to share. I mean, I'm always going to update the spreadsheet until we have the tool out, but you figure I'm always going to have a new update. So why do that when we can, build out a real tool and, share it with everybody. That's it for today. That's what I have for news for today. There was somebody that did something with Roblox, and I wanted to say that, there was news about Roblox. I believe, is it Walmart that's working with Roblox? Yesterday keynote. No, I'll have to get that, and I'll report it tomorrow. But there was something that I was looking at, and they said they're going to be working with Roblox to build their own world, and that could be a big deal. I could have sworn it was Walmart. Let me do one more check to see if it was them. Doesn't look like it. This is all about you can get Roblox. Yeah, no. So I would have to do some research for you to see what that news was. Hopefully, we'll have the tool ready and we'll have the website ready so you can actually look at the videos, look at everything else, and get everything you need. Hope you're having a great night. Eddie J on crypto. Smash the likes, subscribe, and get the notifications because I haven't gotten everything. I'm trying to do it daily, but I haven't solidified the time of day that I'm going to get it done. Today was a day off, basically, and I, was doing a lot of stuff with the family. So, forgive me for not getting out there at a regular time every day. I'm working on it, but I am going to try to make it daily. Even if I'm late, I'm going to try to make it daily. So set your notifications, and I hope to see you. It really helps the channel and helps me and my kids kind of stay on the up and up. If you have questions, just drop them down. We don't bite. I'm going to try to do the research, whatever you give me. Eddie J on crypto. Talk to you later, everybody. Bye bye.